I'm back. I was out for the holidays. Had some people staying with me a little bit. Oh, I'm gonna go. All right, weird. Oh, there's a fight going on in the battle. I think. Oh, it must have ended. So I'm just gonna show you a preview of what kind of battles I've been doing. I kind of run Haste Electro Dragon. That's kind of my thing. Oh man, it runs so slow on PC. I'm kind of blown away. What a bummer. I've been really disappointed in how this runs on PC. But I just downloaded it, so I wonder if I need to like restart my computer or something. But so this is only a minute long, real quick fight. So you can see I dropped my Archer feed at the air. I like to shoot the arrow through early. I know that does waste like the HP regeneration and that sort of thing, but I want to like sweep across. So I want to like get up on this side, put everything out, and then just sweep straight forward. And I feel like sometimes it spreads out to the sides, and so if you can kind of make that, I feel like if you make a crater in the middle, sometimes it'll help. But at any rate, especially wanted to go for their monolith. The monolith does a percentage of your health as damage, and so it can just be really, really severe having to deal with that. I'm tossing down haste spells. My clan gave me haste spells, which I was very, very pleased with. Oh, I think I might need to update that. I better look at that. Because I just feel like you don't get quite enough haste spells naturally. Now, what is nice about Electro Dragons is that they'll shoot a chain lightning through, but sometimes it's a little difficult to get that chain lightning to work how you want it to work. So that can be frustrating. And you know, so you can't predict necessarily where it goes. Maybe you can. I don't know. I'm not the expert on that, but I feel like you can't predict where it goes. And so sometimes it's not hitting what you want it to hit. And then if they have big enough gaps in between their units, that can also be a situation that can cause you to not really be as effective as you want with the Electro Dragon. Now they're super powerful though, like very, very strong damage. Boy, this is taking a really long time to load. I'm also logging into Twitch right now. But now if we just scout this base, this is the one we attacked. Now what I was kind of talking about, we'll see if we can look at it. Boy, slow. Okay. Okay, here we go. So there are a lot of gaps, lots of big gaps. Like if it's a two-space gap, like the Electro Dragon could go between these, but it could go between these, or it could go between these because it's just a one-space gap here. So with that, I feel like going on this side is better because it can shift through this direction. But if I'd gone on this side, it's not going to make the effect that I want it to make. So to me, that was really key. And I feel like it worked out. I feel like that was a successful attack. I mean, it was 100%, so of course it was a successful attack. But what I'd like to do is I'd like to jump in and see if we can get some more attacks and see what we can do as far as, you know, I need to get my money up because this time tomorrow I've got a bunch of stuff finishing and I'll need to be able to have some money to go in and upgrade my stuff. So right now I'm working on the Dragon Rider. It's going to be done in a day and 2 hours, and then in a day and 1 hour the barracks will be ready. A day and 10 hours the scatter shot will be ready. So if I can get my stuff up, that'll be really good. Oh, and I'm not quite there yet. It's 2 hours away. Oops, I must have clicked on the wrong thing. There we go, pets. Yeah, 2 hours and 8 minutes on my pets. I'm working on, what am I upgrading? Is it the Unicorn? Yeah, Unicorn right now. Unicorn, I usually have my Barbarian King using the Unicorn. So we're at level 12, level 15 is max, so I'm going to continue to try to work on that. So it looks like I'm going to need some extra Dark Matter. I was hoping we could go on a few attacks and just check it out, see what happens here. So let's see. Find a match. I don't. I'm just gonna go in with my regular stuff. I'm not gonna use the reinforcements. Reinforcements are fun, but unless you're getting free reinforcements from an item or something like that, I don't really enjoy it. I'm not the super strongest, so a lot of times I want to avoid attacking, ones that I know that I'm not going to be successful against. Now this one's rough because it's like super upgraded, but it's a lot of materials, so it feels like it'd be fun. I feel like I could probably get 1 million of every material of the main materials here. I feel like this is might as well just go for it, especially since you're only. Okay. Maybe it does have a draft feature. I just need to figure out how to use it properly. Oh, and they had keyboard controls too. Well, I'm not using keyboard controls. Alright, we're getting there a little bit. Taking a little time to figure out how this works exactly. That was about this is not good. Alright. So you got kind of a picture of how the Electro Dragon works, how it kind of shoots through. This is not as intuitive on PC. I definitely prefer playing it on the iPad, but that's okay. I'm not super mad about it. I just really have fun playing this game, and what's nice is they've made it so that, oh man, I got almost all of the gold, so that's really, really good. Yeah, didn't get all the elixirs, but yeah, look at that. So I've got all together, I got 1.5 million or 2.5 million mats, plus the bonus puts me at 3 million mats. So really, really good. Very happy with that because it costs almost nothing to come down. So it just costs. And you can see I just downloaded it on PC, and that's why I'm starting to get those. So let's go find another match. We do have a star bonus that we can affect, so let's continue to find it. Sometimes I see a base that will have basically just like no armor, but they don't have a ton of loot available, and I'm like, you know what? We get the bonus. The bonus makes it worth it sometimes. So kind of want to look for that combo of having the money that's available and ease of getting 100%. Not that you need to get 100% to get the full bonus, but I kind of prefer it. But then the same is, if you see very low money and really high defenses, you don't want that either. Now these ones, the problem for me, the reason I'm not selecting these, even though they're all about 2 million mats per slot, is just because I don't know that we're going to even get halfway through because the defenses are so good, we're set up so well. There's certain base types that this doesn't work extremely well against. This is an interesting base. It looks like not everything's fully upgraded. And lots of, well, let's try it out. Let's see what happens here. Oh yeah, see, it had like a lag which separated all the units. I was just holding it down, and it didn't do it. So that's annoying, but okay. Alright, let's freeze some stuff in the back here so we can just keep pushing through and not get slowed down. Oh, that sucks. sure our abilities here too. But we did blast through. We got everything. We 100%ed these guys. They didn't have full units. The units weren't maxed out, and that just gives me an advantage. You know, when you see that, you know you're gonna have a good match, because the thing is, these units are all balanced. Where if you're at the level, like if you have it all maxed out at this town hall level, you're going to be, you know, X amount of good essentially. And the way that it's set up when you're low, like when you try to advance your town hall before boosting everything else up, then it pulls you into a higher level lobby with higher level creatures, and your buildings are at a lower level. So it just takes less hits to kill them, essentially. Which obviously is the way it works in just about every game, but it seems to be pretty pronounced in this game, because I play some other games on this channel. You guys have probably seen me playing Arc Raiders, and on Arc Raiders you just don't run into things like that. Arc Raiders is just so like you can go in with like a new loadout and completely destroy, and that's one of the things that's just like really nice about that game. So let's go back in and see what we got out here. Oh, does it show right here? Next star bonus in 36 minutes. Oh, that's funny. Okay, I didn't know what time of day that it happens at, so it happens somewhere around 11 a.m. That's interesting. I always thought it was in the evening, so I was wrong on that. Interesting. I mean, is it interesting? I don't know. Just not enough gnats at that base. That's a base I would have attacked if it was like 2 million. This one looks rough. I don't know if I want that one. This one looks easier, but not a lot of material. So we'll scan through for a bit, see if we can find anything good. Some people have their bases in layouts that are perfectly set up so that you will just wipe them out. Oh, no way. Speak of the devil. What in the world? How did I say it and then it happened? It's like Joe Hendry, man. Okay, so this is great, because if you'll notice, they don't have defenses in this area here. Now they might have some like hidden Teslas or something, but all of them are right here. So what's really cool is we can go in and just murder one. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna freeze a bunch of stuff. Oh, we don't even need to freeze. Oh, and I was too late on the freeze anyway. Then we're gonna go in with this guy and we're gonna put them all on invincible, and then we're gonna put all of the rest of them, and then we're gonna speed them up. All right, hey, we're going now. Let's use all our abilities up, might as well. No reason not. And really, we just need to make sure that the haste gets us through the enemies. We don't have to worry about it getting us through all of this. That's so funny that I said it and then it happened. It's like a freaking wrestling thing. You ever watch WWE? I don't know, like, nobody better come out here and interrupt my promo, and then you hear the glass break and Stone Cold Steve Austin comes out. You know what I'm talking about. All right. So that was a really good one. Not as many mats, but like when you get a freebie like that, even when it's a really hard base. And one of the reasons people do this is because leveling up your walls can be really difficult at times. And so just being able to select the individual walls that you need to level up, it makes it a lot easier. And then another feature in there that makes people want to do that is that they just want the shield up. And so if they get attacked right away, the shield's up right away, and you have a lower chance of losing, you know, as many mats. So that's kind of one of the reasons people do that. So like I said, tomorrow I've got to have all of my stuff up and ready for this next fight. I really need some more um, dark elixir for 2 hours from now when I want to upgrade the unicorn again. Hopefully I can. I don't know what if they're gonna let me or not. Actually, you know what? I have gems. Let's just finish the upgrade and take a look at it. So then we can, yeah. So I need 290. So let's just make that the end of the video, right? Let's get 290, and then we'll finish it out. So let's look and see what we can get for some more dark matter. Nope, don't like this one. It's not a bad base to fight. It just didn't have, like, when I looked at the loot, it didn't have any loot. So, oh, this is interesting. This is great. I haven't seen this low level of walls in forever. Now, they are good at leveling up their troops to some degree. These are really low. These are low, but they've got some pretty high level ones as well. So this is cool. This is going to be fun. I'm excited. So we'll just line these guys out. Boom. 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 Put everything out. Then we're going to make them all invincible for a little bit. Then we're going to haste them. Alright, now they're going to start rushing. It's kind of cool how haste works because you get this like in-between haste, which is very nice. And now we're going to go ahead and freeze this area and see about this destroying. Yeah, this is great. Nothing pretty much over. About to go down. One more hit on the town hall. Boom, that's done. These are fun ones, man. These are just like, thanks for building your base like this. Like, thanks for making it more enjoyable for us. Like, I only earned 1,000 dark matter on that, or 1,500, but then I get the 2,000 bonus. So there's plenty of reason to do it, and it just makes the game fun. Like, thank you for making it fun with your base loadout. You know, and some people have funny base loadouts too. Like, you know, they'll have like. It'll say like hello or something with the walls, you know. They like to have fun with it, and I enjoy that. So always appreciate when you guys do that. If any of you out there are Clash of Clans players and you're doing stuff like that, keep it up. You know, it makes the game a blast. And that guy didn't lose many matches as he was defending. And so he benefits and I benefit. Like, I get to have a fun match and he or she does not lose a lot of their materials. Now this one is very spaced out, so it seems like this would be very tough to fight. I feel like this, if it was a different base layout, I would want to fight it, especially with, well, 12,000. All right, we're doing it. How are they not in the haste? That's crazy to me when they're so clearly in it, but it doesn't show them as in it for game purposes. Is this a bad haste? Oh, dang. That guy is so powerful, that whole room. Alright. So, listen, we got all of the dark matter, and that's really what matters. We got 100% of it. So, now you can see, like, this base was a very difficult base for my troops. And that's why I wanted to stay away from it. Like, you know, you should definitely, when you're fighting, you should, you know, fight to your strengths, not to your weaknesses. But the loot was just too powerful. The loot goblin in me got it. It knew. So So, yeah, had to go for it. Got what I wanted. Very pleased with that. So got the, almost 13,000. So almost 15,000 with my bonus. Loving that. Absolutely loving that. Okay. So then, what we needed 280 for this next one, right? 290, 290. Okay, so we're getting there real quick. Let's see what else is out there. This looks 14,000, and this looks easy. Where's the monolith here? So let's start on the top. It takes way longer to put your cubes out on here. It probably doesn't if you're like using the freeze that guy as the haze thing. We're gonna make sure everybody's invincible and start calling them out. Use some of these abilities. So that's all my haste spells. Would have liked some more haste, but I did get all of the dark matter. And the reason I was like booming, part of it is obviously because you get the dark matter was where I wanted it. There was a lot, but part of it was like this base looked a little light. It looked like it looked strong enough to where it's going to be hard to beat, but it looked light enough to where maybe I could. And look at this, like I'm at 79%, 80%. And so I got most of the mats, and the mats is what I'm going for. So getting the mats is the most useful part for sure. But you don't want to go against some base that you're gonna 37%, 42%, You want to make sure that you're gonna be able to get a certain amount in so that you actually are looting. And this, how nice that I'm gonna get all of the dark matter. Dude, that is what I'm talking about. And I got almost all of the gold. Where did I miss gold? Oh, there's a treasure right there. Yeah. And he's got to get through walls. Now see, hopefully he goes for this corner piece. See, he should go for this corner piece, then he can get in here and then come back and get in here. Oh wow, he's not doing it. So he'll break through. He'll probably take this guy out. If there's enough time, I think he could actually beat everything else on this map because he's so strong. And they've got a lot of air defenses and stuff. But again, he doesn't know how to break through properly. He's doing it just totally wonky. Did this guy beat him? Yeah, see, he's gaining health on hits. So now we just get this gold thing. That's crazy, dude. 100% of the mats. That's what's most important. So if this guy's like, oh, they only 95% of me, 96% of me. Okay, you feel good about what you want to feel good about, but I 100%ed you. So we're at 285. I think it's gonna be one more battle, and then we're there. So let's do it. Let's jump into one more. Let's get up to the 290,000, and let's get that upgrade. Let's get that upgrade that I need. I generally have been using my materials just for that and for ranking up my heroes. I usually don't rank up my heroes because I like fighting with them. So I've left them a little bit under level, which is crazy. Maybe not the queen. So what I do with the queen though is anytime I have a book or something, which you get 2 or 3 books a season, it feels like. Anytime I get a book that upgrades her, I do it. So this seems like the one. I think we need to go go from here plus this is here. But really, I'm thinking, and the reason I'm thinking here is that, you know, if we go this way, it's a longer distance, right? If we go this way, it's a shorter distance. Now, my Electro Dragons are going to be shooting through all of the enemies, and so just make it as easy as possible, right? You know, you don't want to waste time, especially when you're using ace stuff. You don't want to waste time. It takes me so long on the PC to actually get into hasting, and that I think is the biggest drawback to playing on PC. We'll have to see as time goes on, you know, how I feel about that, but definitely right now I'm not. Alright, got a lot of haste. I'm gonna use up some of these abilities to try and just do extra damage. I don't see haste right now, so let's get back on that. Well, that was my last haste, so let's see how the rest of this map goes. Now, all the buildings on the map. So I got all of the dark matter that I need. Definitely going to be able to upgrade after this. I think I'll 100% this. This sure looks like it. The thing is, when you have the Queen and the Grand Warden this late in a map, it's just so hard to lose. Like, you could lose if there was a monolith on the map, because the monolith, like I said earlier, does percentage damage, and the percentage, you know, that can hurt. But yeah, 100%. We're over 290. We got another, you know, 3 million plus map. I mean, that's, you know, that's what you're looking for. That's what we want. So very excited about that. Excited to level up this guy I can. Now earlier, you know, you can see on my stream, it says that this is a free account. It is a free account. So you might be like, well, why are you spending gems? Spend gems earlier. You know, I've had this account for, does it say how long I've had my account? It doesn't really say much about me. I don't know where I would find that. But I've had this account for, I don't know, 10 years? Forever. So it would be funny if it had like dates that I finished these things. You know, I had this one old job, and I left the company, ended up coming back years later, and I had started there when I was a kid. And so like, they have this web-based learning thing, and you would go through and you would click on, you know, hey, you've got to look at, you know, how to properly wear PPE, stuff like that. And there's certain ones that you only have to do once in your career, and it's just stuff like, you know, your really basic orientation stuff. And so, but I'm going through orientation again. So in orientation, I'm like, hey, it says I completed this in 2005, you know. And they're like, what? How? And I'm like, oh, I used to work here forever ago. And they're like, oh, okay, cool. So I was thinking things like that are funny. It would be really cool if they had that in this game, where it just would go like way back and check things out. Now I am a little curious on this game, because I wonder. I remember there was a time where I was going in and trying to create an account, and I feel like I had to start over. But if I remember correctly, and I could be wrong on this, so I might have had to start over after like, you know, 2 or 3 years, because I got like a new phone or something. But then I think now, again, I could be wrong, but what I think happened is I went and got a new iPad, because my iPad was like super old too. And then my iPad had the game on it, and when I loaded up the iPad, it was like, oh, would you like to load your old account? And I'm like, yeah, I think that's what happened. I think that's what happened. So I think I'm on my original account, but I did waste some time in between. At any rate, hey, thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. Had a lot of fun playing this game. If you had fun, let me know. Feel free to leave a comment. And hey, have a great day, guys. Love